The veteran Chris Boswell ready to get things going. And we're underway here in South Philly. Covey now on the return. And the good kick pays off. They'll only be able to take this past the 10-yard line. So the Philadelphia offense set to take over for the first time. And leading them out, their quarterback, it's Jalen Hurts.
I think when you break down this game, Mike, I think it's really quite simple. I think it really comes down to the age-old, hey, be balanced on offense. Can their passing attack and rushing attack complement each other? Because what that does is it makes the defense defend the entire field. And then the #1 goal of every team, every week in the NFL, no self-inflicted negatives. That's tackles for loss, sacks, and then, of course, the most important one, don't turn the ball over.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. First carry for Saquon Barkley. And he is tough to bring down. Finally, the defense gets him on the ground. It'll be no gain on that play. On 2nd down, Hurts. He's got the 2021 Heisman winner. That's Devontae Smith. They get 12 yards on that pass. Good for an Eagles first down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last. Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Finding room at midfield. Good work after the catch. They gain 19 yards and a first down.
These were the chunk plays they thought they could get here against this pass defense. They thought the passing game favored their offense in this matchup, and I think we can expect this to be the case the rest of the game.
On the handoff, this is Barkley. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line, maybe a yard. Larry Ogunjobi with the tackle for the defense. Here's a 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. This one is caught by Dotson. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down? And he's going to have an Eagles first down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving, and then some. They'll run. It's Barkley. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. Now Hurts. He's got it at the 3. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and
he will do it himself. He's in. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. The return starts from the 5. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense ready to take the field for the first time. They're led by their quarterback out of Ohio State, first-round pick Justin Fields.
There's a lot of guys out there, Mike, that over the last couple years, the start of Justin Fields' career, they love nitpicking his game. It's a little unconventional. He's not an in-rhythm, on-time pocket quarterback, but I think that's okay. I think some of the criticism is fair, but there's one thing you can't deny. He is electric with the ball in his hands, both escaping the pocket and as a designed runner. I think they need to lean into his strengths as a player. Don't shy away from him, because when he's playing at the top of his game, man, he is the ultimate weapon.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Fields now to throw on first down. Second and a yard. From the shotgun, it's Fields. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in second and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. Josh Sweat there on the tackle. Fields from the gun on third down. That's pulled in. Najee Harris. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down. And he picks up the first down here. But hold on, will it stand? There's a flag on the field. Early big play here. They're going to go for it on fourth down. Fields to throw for it. And that is incomplete. The defense very happy to see that play call. The decision to go for it on fourth and long will end up in a turnover on downs. The Eagles offense ready to see the football for the second time. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a first and 10. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. They'll try again here. Second and 10. On the ground, this is Barkley. Room up the sideline at the 45. And he's out of bounds inside the 30. Big-time play for Philly. An even 40 yards. Once again, it's Barkley. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And he'll get this inside the 20. A nice run. They're in the red zone. It's first down.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
He'll get this out to his running back. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Hurts to throw. And he tried to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. Picked off by their rookie corner.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. He's got room past the 35. George Pickens. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 94 yards. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Chris Boswell on for the point after. His kick is good. And the Steelers will level things out at 7 apiece. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The Eagles offense headed back to take over once more. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive. 1st and 10. To throw is Hurts. Taking a shot downfield for Smith. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be 2nd down. Here's Hurts. He'll throw it left and has his running back.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
Hurts now on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
Just doesn't seem to me right now that he's seeing the field very well. I mean, that last possession results in the pick. You'd expect him to come back out here and be a little bit more careful with the ball, find easier completions, find the better matchup. But instead, he puts the ball back in harm's way, and he's lucky that wasn't another interception.
And he's going to have the Eagles' 1st down. They'll have it by a lot. It turns out to be a big gainer on 4th down.
4th and short. Initially, you could tell he's just trying to get this ball out of his hand quickly, just enough to move the chains. Defense did a good job taking his reads away, so he turns into a runner, puts his head down, picks up the 1st down, and keeps this drive alive. We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
And he tried to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. Picked off by DeMonte Casey.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. This drive begins with a run by Harris. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. A pass taken in by Harris. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Now, Fields. He's got Freiermuth open on the left side. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down. Going to run out of the gun, and here's Harris. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. Two minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. We'll come back to Philadelphia right after this. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Here's Fields. Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. Pat Fryermuth, the intended receiver. And that will lead to a 2nd down. Fields to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. Throwing is Fields. He'll get this to his tight end, Fryermuth. He is in. Pat Fryermuth. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
And that was just a great drive. Really, from start to finish, Mike, you could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm. Mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass. But really, everything they did, the entire possession, worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers will move out to a 14-7 lead. Boswell now following the touchdown, back out to kick this one off. On the return is Rodgers. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The home team's offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. A short throw taken in by Goddard. And he's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard. Now a 3rd and 2. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That one caught by Smith. So the Eagles will use their first timeout here. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down. Hurts. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Now Hurts. And for the 3rd time in this 1st half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Dante Jackson. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Steelers. The pick 6 for the score. Greg, that is the one thing this offense did not want to see. And it really is demoralizing to see that happen in that spot.
Absolutely, Mike, and that's one of those cases where you just would like to see the quarterback say, all right, I'm going to live to play another day. Don't force that throw. Don't try to make a play that's not there, because not only do you turn the ball over, you give them an easy 6.
And on the other side, the defense, what a moment. Uplifting for them. Big momentum builder.
Yeah, and that's the way games are shaped in this league, Mike. I mean, you find yourself able to capitalize on a mistake by an offense. You get yourself an easy touchdown. All of a sudden, your sideline finds themselves completely rejuvenated.
And he missed it. That's a rare miss for the veteran. And they are unable to add on the point after. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. The home team's offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. A pass caught by Saquon. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Hurts will try it again. This one is caught by Dotson. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Well, there's not a lot to this route. Man coverage, and you got a drag route. Give him a little something off the line and go. Win with speed. Good, accurate ball on the front shoulder pad. Allows him to pick up the rest after the catch and leads to a big gain.
He's going to pick up the 1st down and more. And he will score. Dallas Goedert. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The extra point by Elliott is good. And the Eagles are back within 6. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. It's a return. Here comes Calvin Austin. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Fields. He's got a man down the field. It's Austin. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 73 yards. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
That is just a complete disaster. I mean, we're in the final seconds of the first half, Mike, and you give up a huge explosive play that results in a touchdown. No matter what you've done all half, it completely changes the game.
Boswell now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Steelers add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. Just 1 second remaining in this first half, and they will kick it away. That ball going to hop into the end zone. It's a touchback that will come out to the 20-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Going up top. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. And instead, why don't we get right back to it as we'll get ready for the third quarter. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. They'll start this on the ground, and it's Harris, working his way for a short pickup to the 48. Second down, it's Fields. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete. So you have to imagine this offense goes in at halftime. They're feeling pretty good about the position they are, especially knowing they possess the ball coming out for the second half. You want to put together a great drive and add to the lead. No time to be conservative. No time to just sit on this ball and punt. You want to keep the...
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And he'll work ahead for about 5 to the 25.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
A run up the middle with Barkley. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes third down. Now Hurts. He's got his man. It's Smith. It's a gain of 10 yards. First down, Philadelphia.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
That'll be caught left side. It's Goddard. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Now Jalen Hurts on second down. He's going to tuck it and go. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Well, sometimes as a quarterback, when you decide to pick up those yards with your feet, you got to pay a price. And in this case, he takes a big shot, but not before he's able to pick up that first down.
A first down throw for Hurts. That's a short one, caught by Goddard. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go.
At the 26-yard line.
Hurts now. That'll be taken in by Barkley. And he'll get about 5 here as he's out of bounds with a first down. A run with Barkley. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
It's been a really nice drive they've been able to put together, Mike, and I think the key word is balance. Not having to rely too heavily on either the run or the pass. Continue to mix it up.
And he's into the end zone. Dallas Goedert. Touchdown, Eagles. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Steelers offense make their way out to take over once more. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. Fields now on 2nd down. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. It's a gain of 12 there. That's a Steeler 1st down.
Well, he had such a great first half throwing the football. There's no reason to think, Mike, coming out here for the start of the 3rd, that anything's going to change. He's picked up right where he left off, and the numbers are indicative of just how well he's played.
A pass taken in by Harris.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. He'll go right and find his running back. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a 1st down. They run it over center with Harris. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Oh, now flags come in. Looks like movement up front. And 3rd down just became a lot tougher. So, after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback. So the key to this play is when you're going to play pass coverage and you're going to drop in depth, you have to understand if the quarterback drops the ball off short,
Mike Tomlin wants the officials to get another look at it, so out comes the challenge flag. What they're looking at here is the spot of the football. Always tricky to get this exactly right, but it only takes a few inches to make a big impact. So slow this down, find a landmark on the field, and determine where the spot should be. So the challenge is not successful, and that will cost them the first of their 3 timeouts for the half. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. And he'll move this forward out to the 29-yard line with Deshaun Elliott on the tackle. On 2nd down, Hurts. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
So after picking up some positive yardage on 1st down, they end up going backwards on 2nd. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. So it'll bring up 4th down. They're indeed going. It's Hurts. He's going to air this one out, looking for Dotson. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
He's got Fryermuth open on the left side. And he'll be brought down on what will be the final act here in this 3rd quarter. So, space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Harris. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. 2nd down and 8. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple, and it sets up 3rd down. A run. Here's Harris.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
They'll go, and it's Harris.
This is a little bit of a tough spot for a play caller, Mike. 4th down, is it close enough that I can run the ball? Is it far enough that I have to risk a pass? That took some courage to call a run play, and fortunate for them, they're able to celebrate after.
One more time, it's Harris. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. They'll try to sneak it here. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Justin Fields. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Boswell now, following the touchdown, back out to kick this one off. On the return is Rodgers. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The home team's offense ready to get back at it. They'll begin with 1st and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He's going to try it here again. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It makes sense to try to push the ball downfield, Mike, and go to the air when you find yourself trailing by this deficit. But it also makes you very predictable. You see the defense, they're in nickel personnel, extra defensive backs on the field. It gets that much harder to throw when the defense knows it's coming.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. And he finds his tight end, Fryermuth. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Give up the middle to Harris. And he's got it. 1st down. A pickup of 4. To throw is Fields. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. They'll drop to throw. He'll get this out to his running back. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4. Fields to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Throwing again. Fields on 2nd and 10. There's that man again. Another catch. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The home team. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He's going to dial up another deep ball. And this will be incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and it'll be 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. And more of the same. Another interception. Picked off by Mika Fitzpatrick. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. Well, the guy playing center field, the guy back there watching it all, had all the eyes on him, takes the interception, and goes all the way, Greg, for a very impressive touchdown.
Yeah, Mike, and I just think the quarterback just locked in on his receiver the entire way. And as you said, that center fielder sitting back there, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes, and once he got his hands on that ball, it was nothing but green grass the other way for the pick 6.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So now this team's offense getting set to get back to work. Things not looking good. But see if they can get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. To throw is Hurts. A pass caught by Saquon. That's the way to get started. A pickup of 17 and a very quick 1st down. Hurts. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. Now it's Hurts. He'll get this complete to his man out of the backfield. They hook up again. 2nd time on this drive, and this one's good for 18 yards and a 1st down. Again, Hurts. He runs with it. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15. Still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal.
Oh, in trouble. Down he goes. So this one, a win for the visiting Steelers. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point.